Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our KW South Florida luxury community. We're super excited to have you today. We played that song because we really believe our guest today, if he had been born earlier, he could have been the sixth Beach Boy. But we're not sure. But we think he would have been had that cool to fit right in there. He's just born too late. Kathrin, glad to have you with me again today to kind of walk through some of this. And we're super excited about our guest today. And we've got a couple of pieces. One, we've got an awesome guest who's going to share with us. And then we have a special announcement that our guest also knows about. In fact, he was instrumental in kind of cultivating this piece, but it's going to be a great opportunity for all of our agents, but I think particularly for the luxury community, for them to capitalize on a value item that we will all have very soon. We'll learn all of it at Mega Camp, but we're going to give you a sneak preview today. Right, Kathrin?
Absolutely. Yes. I'm so glad you're all here today. We have a great guest to introduce right away in the beginning because he has limited time. We're so grateful he's with us. He almost needs no introduction, so I don't really need to say a lot. We have Brady Sandal, Director of Growth, Keller Williams Luxury, and he also runs an amazing team out of Palm Springs in California. Hi, Brady.
Hi, Kathrin. Hi, Mark. Good afternoon,
Welcome,
everyone.
It's good to see you, Brady.
It's good to be seen, Mark.
Yeah,
I'll hang out with you and Kathrin any time of day.
Yeah, well, we feel the same way, and we're excited about hanging out with you next week in Austin. It's going to be a great time. You have stuff you can share with us today, though, and you bring such a broad perspective. We wanted to start by sharing with our luxury community the numbers, the national numbers that we have as a luxury team, and thought maybe you could comment on what you see happening in luxury for KW as you watch. You launched this really for all of us, and you started tracking these numbers. What do you see here, and what light can you share with us?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, the numbers are important because the numbers don't lie, and the numbers don't determine our outcome, but it determines what we need to do to get the outcome we want. And we know, and you know, that when buyers and sellers are looking to select an agent, they're selecting the agent, and they want to know that the agent is powered by something bigger, right? And so that's where the data comes in, meaning that the benefit of you being part of Keller Williams is you're the only brand, ladies and gentlemen, that's in every major, medium, and small market, which means you can capture buyers and sellers from any market, period, and help them with the market you specialize in. So total listings sold, these are luxury listings that sold from January 1st through July 31st. Those transactions that sold over $1 million, 18,445 transactions, listings sold. What's interesting is Keller Williams has always been the brokerage that represents a high number of buyers. We're still representing more luxury buyers than we're representing sellers, and I'm not surprised about that, especially with the amount of buyers that bought. Remember, 18% of buyers bought real estate that wasn't in their primary market, so they came to Florida. Well, those two, $63 billion, you times that by 2, you're going to exceed what you did last year. The closings, 38,210, $64 billion, record number for the pace, meaning the market is still moving quickly. Now, we think, because our gaps of wins might be wider, but ladies and gentlemen, every single day, people are still buying and people are still selling, but the motivation has changed. And the data tells us we've got to find out why they're doing what they're doing, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. I love this. Transactions involving referrals. 5,323 transactions closed, a result of a referral going back and forth within a KW ecosystem, 11.4 billion. Look at that. And then over 20,000 agents who've transacted at least one transaction over $1 million. Mark, we've grown from a community of 2,500 people in 2 years to over 14,000. And we've done that by taking someone like Kathrin, who specialized in a lower price point, and helped her grow, and she ran with that. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We're thrilled.
I love that. And so let me ask you a question, because we're all getting ready to go to Austin. There's certainly a huge number of people and people on this digital event here. what would be one strategy or two strategies you would give me as a luxury specialist? What should I do knowing that there are 5,000 referrals that have happened and 20,000 people? How do I maximize that in this event?
There are 3 steps. Number 1, realize that of the whole roster for Mega Agent Camp, 24% is in KW Luxury.
Wow.
That means almost 1 out of every 4 people you meet will be in the group you're in. So know that you're going to meet more luxury agents there than you have had in any other KW event. Number 2, be clear on where your buyers are coming from, and then go find agents from those markets. So if you're in Tampa, you know that your buyers are coming from Florida, right? But they're also coming from Texas, Austin and Dallas, Houston. They're buying in Tampa, right? If you're down south in Naples, you know where those buyers are coming from, right? If you're over on the West Coast or the East Coast of Florida, Miami, they're still coming from New York, they're coming from Boston. Find those agents. So first step, realize that there's a high concentration of agents there. Number 2, know the markets buyers are coming from and go find agents in those markets. Number 3, recognize that your consumers may be buying real estate, but not in your market. So think about where their money might go next. Maybe they're in Florida, but now they're going to go buy back up in Boston. Well, again, know where that money is going to go to. And then number 4, be clear on your elevator pitch. So when someone says, well, Kathrin, what's going on in the market? Kathrin knows how to answer that. It's not that, oh my God, I'm so busy. Oh my God, no. A lot of great things, noticing who do you know that wants to buy or sell in my market? And then she can speak specifically by this. Well, would it surprise you learn that X amount of buyers are buying in my market every day? Can I tell you why? Would it surprise you to learn and then give them data? Would it surprise you to learn and then give them data? I'd love to hear that throughout the whole Mega Agent Camp.
Love it, Brady. And if you're a good note taker, you got all that. If you're not, Ariel is, and she just put all those 4 things in the chat box. So just swipe it from there, seal it, and go use it. Awesome stuff, Brady. Kathrin, you wanted to take a little bit deeper dive with Brady today on some things and kind of take us on a journey here. So why don't you start us off by digging in here a little bit?
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Mark. Brady, I'm really excited that we get to ask you some questions on your team, because I'm sure right now everything is about KW Luxury, about the whole division, and now it's about you. So get ready.
I'm ready.
So tell us a little bit about your market and what makes it unique. So basically, what's your elevator pitch?
Well, the good news is Palm Springs, California is about 2 hours east of Los Angeles. And like so many cities in Florida, we are a secondary home market. So buyers are buying based on the lifestyle that they want next. And so it's very different than typically what they're coming from. 45 minutes long, Kathrin, 45 minutes long, 20 minutes tall, 120 golf courses.
Wow.
Thousands of swimming pools, thousands of restaurants, hotels. It's definitely lifestyle driven. So people consider this the playground, you know, after the kids have left the nest, as the kids are coming in the nest, they just want to play. And so people choose to be here. And I love, because you come here for the weather, but you stay for the people. Now in Palm Springs, we have a team of 16, 8 people in production who sell and 8 who support. And our 8 agents who produce, we'll close about 275 transactions this year. With an average price point of just over $1 million. So we are in that luxury space, and we're selling a lot of it.
Yeah, I see your numbers. Last year you did 208 million and you served 255 clients. That's quite a great production, if I can say so. For me, it's really amazing. Like, I looked on your website, and we're going to dive into that deeper. The moment I look at your website, I see that everything is super professional. All of your agents, it looks almost like a model agency, because their background is all the same. They look very professional. I showed it to my assistant earlier, and we were quite impressed, on your presentation. So you're welcome. So when we look at your success, because 208 million is amazing, tell us, what was the first factor that allowed you as a person to succeed?
I moved to Palm Springs, having never been to Palm Springs before. But I knew that Palm Springs was a market that responded well to exceptional service. And I knew how to deliver exceptional service. So therefore, that was my card. I knew that if I could provide a better level of service than anyone else, I would capture more market share faster. And that's exactly what happened. So I looked at what we do is highly repetitive, from marketing to lead gen, to lead conversion, to presentation, to negotiation. And if each system could be better than anyone else, I would capture market share faster. Now, keep in mind that I was an individual agent for, well, from 2004 to 2016. I had no leverage except an executive assistant. That was a big mistake.
And where did you move from to Palm?
I went from Seattle,
187
consecutive days of rain. I had webbed toes and feet and fingers. My hair was probably green from all the rain. But kidding aside, you know, we think about how, should think about who. And what I realized, Kathrin, is that delivering a phenomenal service would do two things. It would allow me to serve more people and be paid faster, and allow me to take my price point from here up to there, because those consumers are used to paying for phenomenal service, which is why I rarely get the commission objection, because they know they're jumping into business with a Bentley, right? They're expecting the standard to be nailed. And
well,
they're
Brady,
like,
you even do that. You even share that in your listing presentation. Part of what it sounds like you're saying is be an expert in one thing. And that's what you then have translated for your consumer, right? Here's my team and here's what it looks like in the listing presentation.
we took the systems and models of MREA. We took the service platform of Nordstrom, the Ritz-Carlton, Starbucks, other companies I've worked for and with. And then we delivered that in the form of the one thing, meaning that when you select us, not hire, when you select us, you're selecting the best head coach surrounded by the best assistant coaches to get you what you want in the time that you need it most.
Amazing.
When your consumers see that, Brady, when they see your one thing page, what kind of impression does that make on this community that's really service driven and excellence driven?
I love that the head coach is going to be focused on me all the time, and you've surrounded yourself with specialists who can lift the entire experience upward. Yeah. See,
cool.
Remember that we believe, funded by our ego, that it's us they want. No, they want the standard that we're known for. And a system and scalability is simply the delivery of a standard. So this is the operation of the premise of the one thing. This is our pre-engagement preview, not a pre-listing package. It's called a pre-engagement preview. And this shows them the different focal points we have so that they understand that each person has their one thing.
So when you show up to a listing presentation, and they have reviewed this material, do they still ask a lot of questions?
No, they'll simply say, God, I'm really glad you're here. This is great. Yesterday we had an expired listing. Actually, it wasn't expired. The agent canceled the listing because he couldn't find the buyer. Says, we'll just take it off. Let's try it again in November. Let's not. I sat down. I said, would it surprise you to learn that 18 buyers bought homes while you were on the market? And they're like, what? He said, no one was buying. Well, 18 buyers bought products just like yours. How many showings did you have? We had 5 over the course of 52 days. Yeah. Well, over the course of 52 days, 18 buyers bought. So wouldn't that tell you that now is the best time? Yeah, exactly. And they said, well, what's this one thing? Well, let me ask you, Kathrin. So when you hire me today as your agent, what's the one thing you want me to focus on? Well, I'm looking for marketing. Well, let's talk about marketing. so you understand what our marketing team does for you. Or if Mark wants to talk about showing, well, let's talk about how our showing team members show up to represent the best features of the property that you're going to have us sell. And then I'll ask, now, is that the type of representation you're looking for? If so, would you sign the contract, please? Oftentimes you're like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Let me sign the contract now. Yeah.
Well, and Brady, if I don't have a whole team right now, what I love about what you have here is I might just have a closing team, or I might be leveraging a marketing team. I could do a page like this with just those two pieces, still share this premise with them. And as I add, right, you didn't go from 0 to this or 1 to this. You went from 1 to 2 to 3 to, right?
Yeah, and you could replace the word team. It could be marketing strategy. It could be marketing focus. You could replace the word, or go from inside sales to, lead conversion strategy, right? They just need to understand the specific things you're going to do. And then you're going to ask them, hey, from your perspective, Miss Seller, what is the one thing you want me to focus on to bring a buyer to your home? Because remember, it's not about what's sold. It's about who's buying. That's the headline. That's the story, is that you want to position yourself as the expert, and Kathrin does this, the expert in finding a buyer for the home they want her to sell.
I love this. This is really great. Can we, Ariel, can we see a few more pages of the pre-engagement presentation, right? I said it right. Yeah. Okay, so we want to flip through this a little bit. I mean, I like, again, everything about it here. We have the model agency. Yeah. Everybody has a beautiful, unique, the same background. It's very uniform. Consistent. Yes, it's very consistent. Beautiful. You see the eyes of everyone.
Let me walk you through the narrative, because we'll go back to page 1. So page 1 is clean and crisp. It shows who we are, powered by 2 great brands, the local DBA and Kennedy Luxury. When we go into the next page, the logic is we're the house of excellence. That's what we are. And a letter explaining that when you select us, we're going to deliver that. And then when we go to the next, this tells them what we've done, because in a market like the one we're now, which by the way is a normal market, experience matters and service counts. So this page talks about experience, and then it shows them who is going to deliver the service they want. When we go to the next page, it talks about the how. Well, how do you do that? We break it down to marketing and lead conversion. We go into showing and presentation. We talk about who does that and how we get you across the finish line. And then it goes to the next section, which is about the obvious. And that is, well, what does that look like from the consumer side? Well, we're going to boost your home on these retail sites that you know. And by the way, everything on the right page, well, that's what we do that no one else does well. Meaning everyone on the left does that, but on the right page, this is what we do best. And this is what allows us to find a buyer and bring the buyer through that front door of the property that you want us to sell. And then when we go to the next page, it's going to talk about Keller Williams as a company. What did the company do in 2021? And why is Keller Williams Luxury the logical brokerage to represent the property you want me to sell for you? And then finally, it goes into kind of a territory. We can represent the west side of Palm Springs and the east side La Quinta. We've got the whole valley covered. Notice the amount of open space on that page and that visual lifestyle shot of a home that we recently sold. And then we go to the next page. It's going to talk about the best-in-class experience, because third-party accolades matter. We're the only team in the Valley that has about 350 5-star reviews, which is why our referrals keep going up, because people love to learn how we've helped others just like them. And then finally, this is the little bio. Notice the bio is not page 1. It's not about me up front. It's about them up front, and then how we'll help them. And this is just the bio, and then the final selling process where we close them. Well, Miss Seller, naturally you want to know the next step. Let's review the selling process so that you're clear on how we're going to find a buyer and get you over to, the city you want to go to next. That's it. And then finally, our little call to action, how they can connect with us, right? That luxury is not a price point, it's an experience, and allow us to bring that experience to you. So by the time they finish this digital playbook or they open it on their front deck or front door, they're like, oh, well, hey, I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
Average
I'm sure it happens
average listing
a
time,
lot.
14 minutes. Yeah, let's sign.
Yeah. Wow, this was amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Ariel, can we put the link to that in the chat so everybody can, review that later? Because I think that was spectacular, Brady. I don't think I have ever seen a better luxury listing pre-engagement. How do you call it?
Pre-engagement preview.
Preview. Amazing.
Everyone loves a wedding. They love an engagement party. They love a wedding. So this is a pre-engagement. Remember, in this market, you have to go in interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. And if you're not interviewing them, ladies and gentlemen, it means you're probably not generating enough leads to give you the confidence to say no.
What kind of client would you say no to, Brady?
Oh, I love this question. I always say that, Kathrin, one of three things will happen today. You may decide to list your home with me. You may decide not to list your home with me, or I may decide I can't represent the price or the property on the terms you want, meaning that they're going to price it too high, or there is a feeling that this is a crazy seller at the table. I might look that I love drama. I don't really love drama. I'm very flat. Like, I'm just kind of like, I don't respond well to drama. Well, I just don't respond to it. So we have to be like, wait, I'm at the listing table, right? The seller wants more than I think a buyer was willing to pay. And they seem a little crazy because that crazy flag is like starting to go up, that crazy flag. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I have 7 more appointments this week. I don't need to represent a high property or a crazy person.
Love it. Well said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you have enough leads, you can be picky.
Yeah, because every crazy person has 8 personalities to them. So the problem is you got one listing with 8 personalities. So that's not going to work well.
It's like having 8 listings.
So you're talking our language, right? Which is, we want to get set up for a win-win, and I'd rather turn you down now than let you down later, right? Those are kind of the.
And I say this all the time, Mark. Mark, I love that you want to get 2.5 million, and I would love to get that. I'm concerned the buyers who are buying right now aren't buying properties at that price point. Can I share with you what the buyers are buying so that you can understand if they're the right fit for you now? And then they'll say, well, I really want 2.5. And I'll ask, what would that do for you? And then I'll jokingly say, well, here's the good news. I'm not going to retire for 18 more years. So I can wait the 18 years to get you the 2.5. And they laugh because it's nervous laughter. They laugh. And then I just say, well, now how long should we wait? Should we wait 18 years, Mark, or should we wait 18 days?
Well, I really need to get the property sold in 2 months.
Right. Because, they're not going to give it away. And I said, well, if you are, would you give it to me? I've got a lot of charities that I support. They would love to have that house of yours. So you have to bring in the right type of humor. Because remember, at the table, they're negotiating against you. They want to know what you think it's worth. It's not about what you think it's worth. Here it is. Let me share with you what the last 17 buyers bought. What did they buy? Why did they pay what they paid? And I'm curious, what would cause the next 17 buyers to pay 2.5? Help me out. I'm on your side, Mark. Help me out. Help me understand what I don't know. I love that kitchen from 1987, but I'm not sure they're going to pay 2.5 for that. Not sure.
Yeah, I love that, because you'd rather be direct with them at the table at the beginning than have to have that conversation a month later when it's gotten awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we get paid at the time we're at the listing table. And Adam is great at this. Mark is great at this. When you're at the table, that is going to determine if and when you're going to get paid. Remember, last 2 years, you could sign anything and get paid. Today, in a normal market, you've got to earn your commission at the time you're asking the right questions. We have a lot of famous people in the room today. Wow.
Yep.
There's some famous people in this room. I love that.
So, Brady, let's jump to the next question before you are struck with all the famous people in the room. Tell us about a mentor you had in life, how it changed your perspective on your career. And I would also like to know who inspires you today.
I love that. So I'm kind of a quirky guy. Like, I was the guy at age 5 that wanted to go to the Street of Dreams and wanted to go, to Nordstrom and wanted to go meet famous people that delivered phenomenal service. So there were many mentors in my life from age 5 to 18 that I had never met. I used to worship John Nordstrom, Blake Nordstrom. I used to worship John Kelly, Howard Schultz. And then ironically, I started to work for them and with them. I actually worked for Blake Nordstrom. I worked for Bill Gates, Howard Schultz, John Kelly, all these great CEOs, none of which were in real estate, right? But that was okay because I was focused on not what they did, but how well they did it. And then I started in real estate and I thought, wait a minute, what if I took the same play from Nordstrom and the Ritz-Carlton and Starbucks and other brands and put that in my business? Well, that's what happened. Today, I've got great mentors. Obviously, Gary Keller is a phenomenal mentor. I'm privileged that he selected me for the role. I'm honored that we get to have as much communication as we do. Mike Ferry, another great mentor of mine, who I still spend a lot of time. In fact, at the Superstar Retreat, when Mike wasn't feeling well, he brought me up on stage to close out the event. I was honored, shocked, because I had 3 minutes to prepare for that. But there are other mentors in my world that I look up to. I was enamored and still am with Tim Heil, Cody Gibson, Kathrin Rein is a great one. Kristen, Cole, phenomenal. And then I got in the ecosystem and I met Mark Benson, and then I met Adam Dow, and I met I've met Luis, all these phenomenal people. And what's so interesting about our company is we're not a technology company. I don't think we're a training coaching company. I think we're a service-oriented company who happens to do some training and coaching and technology and real estate. And what makes us so unique, and it gives goosebumps every time I say it, is that we are the Nordstrom of real estate. We are the Ritz-Carlton of real estate. And we have to accept the fact that that's who we are. It's not about where you came from. It's about who you're part of now. And ladies and gentlemen, you're part of a phenomenal sales organization who shows up at a level that other companies do not.
Agree.
Yeah.
You're very clear on this service piece, Brady, and how valuable that is and what the mentors have shared with you on that. How does that impact the people you're looking for and where you find them and how you place them on your team?
Well, I want to say this, that when I was at Sotheby's in 2015, I realized that brand was not big enough on service. And so I interviewed over 50 companies, not market centers. I met with Compass and Telus and Houlihan, Sam, and all these individuals. And it was all about making the executives a lot of money. Keller Williams was about helping the agents win for their clients. And by so doing, the agents would win too. Win-win, no deal. Now, it's ironic that when they were saying like Y4C2Ts, all I was hearing was like WD-40. I'm like, it wasn't resonating to me. Like, go fix the squeaky door. If it's WD-40, go fix the door, right? Having said that, we select talent based on who they are, what they've done, and more importantly, how they've done it. So ladies and gentlemen, the obvious is if you're trying to find someone to lead generate for you, unfortunately, you think about a new licensed agent. No, go think about someone who's already lead generating every day. For example, Curtis was the top inside sales agent for Zillow, making 200 dials a day. Well, let's go bring Curtis from Zillow into our company to be our inside sales agent. Hire number 2, selection number 2. Frankie was making 300 calls for selling cars. Let's bring him over as our inside sales agent number 2. Our concierge, Annie, who's phenomenal at surprise and delight. Well, she was already doing that in a veterinarian clinic. Let's bring her over to surprise and delight. The challenge is we are programmed to think how, not who, and we should think who, not how. And that's why there's a book. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all strong sales professionals. John's a phenomenal team leader. He knows how to sell. You know, Kathrin, Adam, strong sales professionals. They know how to sell. Sell yourself on who, not how. And when you do that, everything else is easy and not much else really matters.
Wow.
Long answer for a simple question. Have I had mentors? Yes.
That's
Yeah, and how that's played into your team. Yeah, absolutely. Kathrin, what else do you have?
I want to know, like, tell us about a failure you had, like something that you tried in luxury that you thought would be a hit and it totally went down. And
yeah, I'll talk about it. The Luxury Learning Series. I had a vision that we would spotlight 2, 3, 4 agents in a market, and those agents would come on KW Connect, and you would learn about other markets and other agents. And I thought that would be hugely successful. On average, we had about 250 people watch it every Friday, because I forgot that agents are so busy. See, here's the reality, that if you could listen to me or go make $30,000, which is the average commission for a luxury agent, I'm pretty sure you're going to go make $30,000. And I'm okay with that. But I was like, why is no one showing up for this really great content? Well, it's because you're so focused working in the business, you're not as focused working, on the business. Mm-hmm. And so I just canceled it. I said, you know what? Let's not do this. Let's do what we need to do to help agents keep working in their business. So that was a recent failure.
I personally thought it was great, but I understand people don't.
You were one of the 280 people, Kathrin, and I love that. Right?
Well, and it speaks to what you've done, Brady, because you started out talking about the importance of leveraging yourself, right? And having people who are experts in an area so you deliver high service. And you have created luxury in your world really in a short period of time, because you said from 2000 to 2016, it was all you. That was it. So yeah. If I'm looking to start to leverage, where do I start if I'm on this call? What would you say?
I firmly believe that standards and service will matter more than your quantitative sales track record. Mm-hmm. We need to let go of I sold 17 homes in 4 minutes, right? No, the market allowed you to do that. You just got in the way. Right. And number 2, that when we look at going into luxury, it is nothing more. It is nothing more than elevating your standards and your service. So what I would ask you to do is, as you build up your standards, pick one and only one. Mm-hmm. Just pick one, and then build it above your current comfort zone. Let's use the easy one, language. Wait, hey guys, hey Sandy, hey Debbie, hey Jennifer, hey guys, hey Elka, hey guys, hey Linda, hey Michelle, hey Raina, hey guys, how are you guys? You guys good? Terry, you good? Boca, you good? Terry, you guys good? No, that's language we would use at Best Western. Now, if any of you own franchises at Best Western, I will pray for you tonight. I wish you all the best. But as we elevate our standard to the Ritz-Carlton, ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to hear me say the word, hey guys. No, because you're not guys. The dictionary defines it as lady and gentleman. And I realize there's a lot of stuff around that, right? But the point is language matters. So the standard of language might be the one you choose, or the standard of how you present might change. Maybe you're going to raise the standard from telling to asking. Maybe your presentation will become not telling, but asking, right? Or the standard of the look and feel. Remember, consumers see first. So maybe your pre-engagement preview will be better than it is now. And then after they see, they're going to hear. Maybe the language we use at the presentation will be a bit different. And then that draws out their feeling, because feelings lead to contracts. So visual, auditory, emotional.
I love that. That was great.
I love that Michelle's in the room. I think that's great. She's there. I see her. I see you.
What I love about what you're saying here, Brady, is kind of really benchmarking what I'm doing in my business, right? So what you gave us in that listing packet is a great benchmark for what does a great listing packet presentation look like. What I could do if I'm a luxury specialist on this call is I could go from now until Sunday and look at a couple of other elements in my business that I want to upgrade. And while I'm in Austin and I'm having conversations with people, I'm thinking about those areas. And then I'm saying, do you do that well? Would you mind sharing that with me? And then I can benchmark it against somebody else who's doing a great job, right?
Yeah. So to Louise's point, visual, auditory, and emotion, the feeling. Here's the thing. And if you remember one thing from this conversation, here's the one thing. So if you're multitasking, stop for a moment and just everybody have eyeballs on the screen. The one thing you have to remember is the skill you have to master is the skill of asking enough of the right questions of enough people. It's not about telling, it's not about knowing, it's not about showing. It's about asking. And if there's one thing I can say when you go into Mega Agent Camp, ask more questions than you're doing the talking. Prime example, how's the market? Oh my God, it's busy. Oh my God, it sucks. Oh my God, it's great. Oh my God, it's horrible. The answer is, it's exciting. What would you like to know, or what are you noticing about the market I'm in? Their perception becomes our reality. So your skill is simply asking enough questions. Now, the irony is that we think if we talk more, we'll have more credibility. No, 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 no. This is my Jason Abrams imitation. No, 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 no. The reality is that by asking more questions of the person's credibility in you actually goes up faster and higher.
So ask more questions, number one. That would be your number one tip for.
Yes. It's the one takeaway from the conversation today is ask more questions, because the number and level of questions you ask will determine if and when you get paid.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm going to give you a frame of reference. So in the last 7 days, well, about 90 days ago, I got real purposeful in asking more questions, real purposeful. And in the last 7 days, I've had 6 or 7 people reach out asking if I would simply take over their businesses, not buy them, just take over them. Now, if I would have been talking and talking and talking, I couldn't have just purchased a marketing company for $1. A marketing company for $1. He's tired. Like, I'm done. I'm tired. Oh, I'm glad you're so tired. What would you like? What would you like for your, he's like, I just don't, maybe $1. Okay.
Wow. That's a whole nother presentation, it sounds like, Brady.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is the person that the person that talks the least actually controls the conversation?
Yeah, because remember, we're tired. I mean, we're tired. We've worked really hard. And yet asking questions takes less energy than talking.
Good point.
Oh, so much less energy. Yeah. Yeah. I love that Nicole Gary's here, Lori St. John. Nicole and Lori, if you haven't connected, you two should know each other. So on that note.
Yeah, Nicole's definitely getting her feet wet here in South Florida. So
yeah, absolutely.
We're getting to know her.
Oh, I love that you've connected. That's great. Two great leaders in the company should know each other. Love it.
So Brady, as we look at what's coming next in luxury or what's happening in the luxury market, what are the things you would tell us we should be doing or looking for?
I need everyone. We are going to be making some major enhancements to what we do for you and how we do it. I need everyone to spend more time going to KW Connect, spending more time under the community tabs of Luxury Hub and KW Luxury, because our biggest challenge that we have is keeping our agents engaged. And the problem is that the agents start to drift away and reinvent the wheel. And they're like, the wheel's round. And so as we add more things to you and your world to take away the pain, give you the prescription and give you the vitamin, don't think outside, look inside first. So spend more time in KW Connect. Spend more time. Go to Mega Agent Camp. Obviously, go to Luxury Symposium in Boston, which is going to be, here's my sales pitch. Here's my sales pitch. Luxury Symposium, October 1st, 2nd, 3rd is going to be incredible. Why? Because we're actually bringing in luxury experts from travel and transportation, hospitality, retail, to tell you all the latest trends in luxury and have them show you what they're doing for their consumers so that you can do the same for your consumers. So I'm going to put the link in here. We anticipate this event will sell out. And so if it's on your radar now, you have until about the end of August before it fills up. It's just going to sell out. So all-inclusive event, excited about it. I think it's going to be epic.
I think it's also back to your background when you were with other companies that you learned that had nothing to do with real estate. And this is why you want to bring those great leaders to the Luxury Symposium, right?
Oh yeah, I am so excited that these presenters, Four Seasons Jets, Inspirato, Ritz-Carlton, these brands who you know, they're going to actually peel back the curtain and show you specifically. So by the end of the day one, you're going to have a playbook on lead generation, marketing, brand identity, lead conversion, talent acquisition, talent growth, all the things you need to do. So as you get back to your world and you come across this, you're like, oh, well, the playbook says run play 4-7. You're like, I'm running that play. It's that easy.
Amazing.
And listen, all of those people are going to be networking with their best clients. Great referral opportunity. Excited about it.
Well,
yeah.
Great. I know you are limited on time, so I don't want to overstay our welcome. You've been very generous. We've learned a lot from you. I'm really excited that you shared so much. We get your presentation. Ariel will share everything, probably also in a follow-up email. I'm really excited where the luxury division is heading. Any final words before we have to say goodbye?
Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity. I love Mark as a regional director. He knows that. He knows I will do anything for him and the region. And of course, I've got so many wonderful friends in the region. I will say this, that you are clearly with the right group of people. And as you start to have any level of doubt, look inward, because we wake up every day to make sure that your pain is as low as possible and your opportunity as big as it can be. So I'm excited. For those of you who'll be at Mega Agent Camp, please stop by our luxury booth. It'll be my pleasure to see you there. And for those of you who can't join us at Mega Agent Camp, please join us for Luxury Symposium. In the meantime, there is the Luxury Mastermind August 31st, and that is where we're going to mastermind around the lead generation systems and models that you need to use for the normal market that we're in.
Brady, one other thing before we let you go, we
Yeah.
want to remind people about the August 31st event at 1 o'clock. And you said something interesting about that we need to go to KW Connect and the Luxury Hub and make sure we're dialed into that. And would you say, in what way would you say it would be advantageous for us to engage other luxury specialists in our market center to do the same and to do that? Why is that important?
Well, because no one succeeds alone, right? There's a 30, 60, 90 that's in there for all luxury agents. And by the way, like, you all can talk about shared services. We all have the same needs. Let's join forces and leverage those out. So why not figure out how we can all leverage from shared services? So yeah, power in numbers.
Yeah, terrific. Great stuff, Brady. We've got a lot of the luxury stuff here that are also assets and resources that we can engage in, right?
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, both in terms of Brady Sandal in the desert, but also KW Luxury, because what we do in Palm Springs, we're executing at a global level for the company. And so think of this as the test kitchen, and then we scale it out so that everybody can benefit.
Right.
Terrific. Brady, we're so grateful for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Brady.
You are so welcome, Kathrin. I'm so proud of you. You're an excellent leader, and you're truly a great ambassador for the brand. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Feel everybody.
All right. Thanks, Brady. We want to ask everyone to stay with us here because we're going to share some events coming up, but also we have a special announcement that we mentioned we would share with you. And what's going to happen at Mega Camp is there are always reveals at Mega Camp that are specific and unique. And at this Mega Camp coming up, we will learn about a new division and a new opportunity, which will not only help you enhance your clients and your customers, but also give you an opportunity to grow as a business person, actually create a sort of a separate business within your business. So we're going to do that in just a couple of minutes. We've got another guest who's going to hop on with us here.
And the great thing is she's in our region.
She's in our region.
That's why we get the first look.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be really good.
Great
So as we're waiting for her to hop on here, because she's finishing up another piece, Heather, what are your takeaways from Brady, and anyone else want to put in the chat box what your biggest aha is from our chat with Brady? We would love to hear from you. Kathrin, what's your aha from listening to Brady?
My aha is, ask more questions, listen to answers, and talk less and preserve your energy.
Yeah, that's a great one. Very powerful and well said. Mark Benson, your aha?
My aha was we oftentimes have the idea that we just need to throw the kitchen sink and everything at it that we possibly can in order to win a listing appointment and get the listing. And what I hear from Brady is it's about presentation, about the package, it's about the knowledge, it's about the preparation, it's all the things that go into it, and then asking those questions and then responding to those questions. So you may have the full kitchen sink to offer, but his surprise and delight effort is along the same line, is don't tell them everything that you're going to do.
Yeah, right on. Well said, Mark. Appreciate it. All right, I know we've got some others who want to comment, but I just want to bring Heather in right now because I think she's got some great stuff to share. So we'd love it, Scott, and some of the others if you would share in the chat box. But I want to give as much time as we can to our other special guest today, Heather Kane. Heather, welcome.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me today. I'm so grateful.
Well, it's great to see you, and we're so excited about what you're about to unveil for everybody at Mega Camp, and you're going to give us a sneak preview today. What I love is this benefits not only agents, but their clients and creates a new opportunity for them. So would you share just a little bit about what you've been working on so hard?
Absolutely. Do you guys want me to screen share right now with you?
Yeah, whatever you like, just kind of take us through some of the pieces here. I think our luxury group would love to hear about this.
Awesome. Well, wonderful. Well, my team here in Southwest Florida, we are predominantly a luxury team. Our average price point is about 1.1 million. Well, average sales price for our team is about 1.1 million. And so what we wanted to do is we've created an incredible value proposition around staging and design. So it's just as profitable an entity as our real estate, as our staging and design. And what it did is it caught the eye of Keller Williams and said, hey, what are you guys doing that is really helping these agents? It's also helped immensely with growing my team. We have over 60 agents on our team, and it's based off the value proposition of the services that we're going to offer. So what we've done is we're not only launching a community, but we're also launching a product that is a tool for the agents to really win and create a killer luxury value proposition. So if you want to, stylettodesign.com is live right now. If you go to that website, and the request the demo button is live, so you can request demo. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give you a sneak peek behind the scenes of what you get if you become a member of this community. Does that sound good, Mark?
Terrific, yes.
Okay. So you become a member of Style to Design, and what we've created is a platform where you can utilize design boards in many different facets, okay? So as an agent, you know, some of us stage, some of us don't, some of us have no style design at all, and some of us have some. But what we've done is we've created a platform with an easy to use system that, so Kathrin, pick a style for me of something you like. I'm sorry. Coastal. Yeah. Okay. So what we've done is we've created hundreds of boards of every style in every room. All right. This is considered, we have luxury and non-luxury boards. Okay. Because some of us, even though we own luxury real estate or we're selling a luxury home, we might not have to buy completely luxury furniture for it. So let's just say you like this coastal bedroom, Kathrin. What we've done is we've created the design for you, and we've created all the click-through links so you can go straight and purchase those items for either staging or design. But what you can also do is you can actually take those items and you can download it as a PDF, and you can email that to your customer, and they have the PDF links embedded into that image. Okay. So there's many ways you can use these boards. One is you can create inventory as an agent. Two is you can create it where you now are giving a tool to a seller if they want to stage their own home. Three is you now can give a tool and create a killer buyer value proposition because you offer in-house staging and design services, right? So you can help them with designing their home. You also have an amazing value proposition for any investor, because investors usually, if they're doing an Airbnb or a VRBO, they want to go ahead and furnish it, right? So you're now giving them a tool where they have access to literally, you guys, when I say hundreds, from every room, every design that they need is all here. Or say you have a luxury builder or a luxury buyer or seller that really wants to be able to level up the way their home looks. We've given you every design you could need on a luxury level as well.
Beautiful.
Isn't that neat? So we launch 12 new designs every week because inventory changes and we want to be always innovative. So we launch 6 regular boards, 4 luxury boards, and an accessory board and a renovation board. So what I'm going to also show you is, say you have a seller that might want to renovate. You know, in Naples, we have a lot of Tuscan outdated kitchens, and our sellers know that they can really get a lot more for their money for their home if they just renovated those kitchens. So what we've done is we've created all of these designs, and we're launching a new kitchen and a new bathroom every week, you guys. And you now have the click-through links to be able to really design that home and give them a solution for all their design needs. But let's say, Kathrin, you go on a listing appointment and it really looks okay, but it's just monochromatic and it just needs a little splash of color so it really pops in the pictures. We also have all of these accessory boards, or say you just want to build your inventory of product for staging. We also have created all of these accessory boards for you too, for all the different rooms. So as you can see, this is a community I'm going to be teaching masterminds and education and how you can take this and earn a profit from it. But it's also a product that you can use to revolutionize your business. But I'm going to give you an example. So Kathrin, we have a design client. They purchased a beautiful coastal home. Okay. They want us to design their home for us. Okay. We charge on average $500 to $750 per room design. Okay. You as an agent, you can charge. It's $200 a month. You can charge your customers for these design boards. We do a minimum of 5 designs at a minimum of $500. So $500 for non-luxury, $750 for luxury. Because you're giving them a tool and a resource that makes them not have to think about it, right?
Super easy.
So easy. So let's take that to a whole nother level, right? Because many times as an agent, the number one mistake that we make is we don't communicate our value proposition the right way and consistently. So what we've done is we've created all the marketing for you on how to really communicate that value proposition and everything you need for this community. So say you're going on a listing appointment and you want to have a brochure done. You want to have a brochure ready. We've created that for you. Pop your logo in, change the contact information, put your face on it, and it's your marketing material. Okay. Say you want to do a farming letter around this value proposition. We've created the farming letters for you. Okay. So all of this is done for you. Say, Kathrin, you just want to do a social media post about what you offer now as a luxury agent. You're leveling up the luxury services that you provide. You're now offering virtual design. As your realtor, we now offer in-house staging and design services. Are you curious? Now offering virtual design renovations. We have created all the marketing. There's hundreds of marketing materials. Say you have a buyer and be like, oh my gosh, I love that bedroom set. Great. Guess what? I'll send you the link with all the click-through links so you can buy it all. It's your value proposition as an agent that's going to set you apart in this marketplace.
And Heather, did you share the number that you shared with me before about how much more staged homes, properly staged and designed homes get on the marketplace?
Yeah. So when Gary and I were talking about launching this community, you know, he's all about numbers, right? And so the National Association of Realtors says that a staged home sells for 6% higher than its marketed competition, right? What is our listing commission? What is our commission when we go to sell a house on average?
6%.
6%. Okay. You're offering a solution and a tool for these clients. Also, ours right now, our average is about 13% home. So when we stage a house, our house sells on average 13% higher than our marketing competition based off our staging and design services.
Yeah, that's amazing. And what you've done is made me an expert without me having to really know all I'm talking about. I just need to know, do they want coastal? Do they want farmhouse? What do they want? Right. And then you also have a team of people that can support me in this process, don't you?
I do. So on October 1st, we're launching custom. So you can do custom boards, you can do custom renovations, you can do custom design. So you can go and you can book and we can do custom programs for you. So say, Kathrin, you have a luxury luxury buyer that's buying a beautiful modern, condo high rise, and they want a designer. You could gift them, if you wanted to, a few hours, and we could create custom design boards. You can do so many things. You're offering a solution that's very affordable, that if they were to hire a designer would be a lot more difficult, a lot more expensive.
Very cool.
Well, it's fantastic. It's really one of a kind and puts every luxury specialist on this call at a whole new level with their business and what they offer to their clients. So we're so excited that you shared with us today, Heather. You said something about a demo again. Did we put that in the chat box, Ariel? And can we share that again, Heather? Make sure that people know how they can request that and we'll learn more at MegaCamp.
Absolutely. So styledtodesign.com. If you go to this website, you can watch this video and it recaps everything I shared with you, but all you have to do is go to request a demo And you can pick these times and we can do a demo for you of exactly how it could work. And then I'll be teaching a mastermind and an education every single month starting in September.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing today. You're going to share some of this at MegaCamp. Then you're also going to be at our South Florida Regional Mastermind on the 20th.
I am. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're super excited about that as well. Thanks for spending time with us today. We look forward to seeing you in Austin.
Awesome. Me too. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
I appreciate your time.
You bet. All right, we just want to wrap it up today because we're up at 2 o'clock here. That's amazing stuff, isn't it, Kathrin? What we now have is another tool and value item in our agent box.
Amazing. Great value. I think everybody could use that.
Yeah. And we've essentially got a staging company now that you can use as part of your business. We always want to share a couple of things with you so you know what's coming up before we take off, and then we'll cut you loose. Mega Agent Camp coming up. The Luxury Mastermind at Mega Agent Camp is going to be on Wednesday, 4 to 6 Austin time. So I don't know what you do with your flights and all that stuff. We thought that it would end at noon on Wednesday. It's actually, there's some additional community events that afternoon on Wednesday, including the Luxury Mastermind 4 to 6.
But that is already booked. So if you don't have a ticket yet, that is already booked out.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right. And then the next one, Ariel, that we want to share with everybody is the Luxury Mastermind piece that we said Brady has coming up on August 31st at 1 o'clock, exclusive to the Luxury Earned In members. So just be aware of that. We also want to tell you about a couple other things that we have coming up here. The Agent Mastermind in South Florida. We have less than 100 tickets available for the VIPs. There's early bird pricing for a general admission ticket, but less than 100 VIP tickets left. On the VIP ticket gets you into our mixer on the 19th, Kathrin, where everybody can meet all the people on the panels and ask them any question they want. That's what it's all about.
Definitely worth the extra money. I would definitely.
Yeah, so if you want to get in on the VIP ticket, I would suggest you scan this and get on really fast because those tickets will be gone soon. And the mix will be on the 19th. The event will be day long on the 20th. Brady talked about the Luxury Symposium. This is going to be terrific. I love you talking about travel, transportation, and other pieces, Kathrin.
Yes, I'm really excited about that. And remember that food is included. Like they have dinner and breakfast, and I think some lunch is also included. So take that into consideration because I know the fee this time is a little bit higher, but then also see the people that are there are all real luxury agents that participate at a very high level.
And definitely some tools that you're going to get there. So it'd be really good. Last thing we want to remind you about our next luxury call. We will not do one in September because of all the stuff we have going on, but we will see you October 18th at 1 o'clock. Kathrin, you'll line up another great guest for us. Terrific with Brady today. Thanks so much for partnering with me on this.
It was fun, Mark. Anytime. Thank you all for hopping on.
What's that?
Thank you all so much for hopping on.
Yeah, thanks everybody for hopping on.
At Mega Camp, right?
We'll see you in Austin, and Kathrin, we'll see you there as well.
Yes.
Take care, everybody. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.